Texas Rangers host the Seattle Mariners. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Jim Kitzer along with my good friend, Jimmy Shorts. Jimmy, what's the word? Hey, where are your glasses?
I broke them. I broke them coming up here, so you gotta be my eyes today, Tim. You gotta call the plays, my friend.
Oh,
you are my dog.
Looking forward to that. Let's play ball. And the leadoff hitter heads to the plate to start the game. Park, the windup. Ichiro takes a strike, 0-1. Looked like a deer in the headlights there. A deer that's already been hit a few times. Hit hard to the shortstop. And Rodriguez pulls it in. 1 out. Bases are empty. And that's lined over the third baseman. This is going to be extra bases. Wynn rounds first. Guns it to second. Safe. Fly ball right center. He makes the grab.
And with flawless execution, they turn the double play.
And that's a double play. After 1/2 inning of play, we are tied at 0. Tonight at 10 on Newsbreakers, giant Mexican squirrels. How big are they? Are they crossing the border? And how safe are your children?
Wow, that don't sound good.
Tips on how you can secure your home. And here comes the batter to lead things off this inning. Young gets ready. Delivers. Gets under it, right field. And Ichiro puts it away. 1 out, nobody on base. And this guy has quite a formidable arm, doesn't he, Jimmy?
Is that his real arm? It looks kind of fake. Remember that $6 million man? He had fake arms, one fake leg.
And he didn't miss that one by much. He's in the hole now, 0-2.
Good luck, buddy. You ain't gonna hit that.
There's a shot at first base. And Olerud makes the grab.
This is a perfect time for a home run, Tim.
2 outs, nobody on base. Lined over the second baseman. Cameron picks it up. The throw to first, and he is safe at first base. 2 outs, 1 on. Moyer sets up. And he looks at one inside.
He looked like a Roman statue just standing there.
Drives one to left field. Rodriguez rounding second. Now rounding third. And Palmeiro winds up at second with a double. After 1 inning of play, we are scoreless. Tonight on Newsbreakers following the game, the city pothole scandal grows bigger. The cover-up surrounding funds that were supposed to cover up potholes have disappeared. Or have they? You'll be shocked to find out what we found out in this shocking report. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. Line shot over the first baseman's head. Cameron rounds first. And Cameron is on second with a double. No outs, runner at second. Olerud steps in. And now the pitch. Olerud takes a cold strike. 0-1's the count. Throws to second, and the runner gets back in. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Swung at it like he was chopping weeds.
Hit sharply into right center, and Young reels it in. One out with a runner on second. He's running. It might be. It could be. And it does. Touch them all. It's a home run. And Martinez puts his team up by 2. This old man, he hit 1. He played whack-whack, and he's not done.
There's no way that ball is a homer in any other park.
You talk about a guy with power. That was frightening.
As a pitcher, you're going to have guys take you deep. You just hope it's not the worst guy on the team.
One out, nobody on base. And that ball's lined to first. The play at first, and he beats the throw. One out, runner at first base. Park, now, and the runner goes, and that's line foul. And he doesn't bite on that pitch inside, and that pitch was not to his liking. You know, Jimmy seems to be seeing the ball much better as of late, much more selective hitter. And he scorches one over the first baseman's head. Cirillo rounding second. Now rounding third. One run is across, and Wilson pulls up at second with a double. One out with a runner on second. Park with the windup, and he makes the diving grab. Ichiro, 0 for 1 to this point. Flied out his last at bat. 2 outs now. Man on second. Digs in. And he doesn't take the bait on the pitch away.
I don't think that's where the pitcher wanted that one. See if he comes back inside here.
Fooled him with that pitch.
He had to go upstairs to swing at that one.
Line smash into...
That was a beauty, wasn't it?
With the bottom of the second coming up, Seattle leads by 3. And don't forget, it's Western Week at WBNT. Stay tuned after the game for the network premiere of Big Rough Saddle Riders. It's an action-packed ride. And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning. Gonzalez takes a cold strike. The count is 0-1. Sorry, no do-overs in baseball. Line foul. called.
I gotta tell you, I'm in love with this pitcher. Great stuff today.
One out. Bases are empty. Harry looking for a pitch he can drive. Fly ball left field. And Wynn makes the catch.
Boy, I tell you, this guy is ready to hit a baseball. Look at his face.
There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Moyer, the windup. And he ropes one over the shortstop. And Cameron makes the grab for the final out. And that'll retire the side. And so, at the end of 2, lead by 3. Tonight on Newsbreakers, what you don't know about your toothbrush can't hurt you. Or can it? What we found may shock you. Or will it? And here's the batter to lead things off. Wynn steps into the batter's box.
He took a good one right there. Players love getting hit. Man, I used to love getting hit.
No outs, a man on base. Boone gets ready. And he doesn't take the bait on that one. And he laid off that one wisely. Let's see if he sits on a fastball right here. Hit sharply, but foul. Fires, fly ball right field. And he'll make the play.
And he handles that one no problem for the out. Hey, I'm ready for the attendance game. A lot of folks here today, a lot.
Cameron stands in. Ground smash toward the hole. And it gets by for a base hit. Fires to first, and he is safe at first. Only 1 out, runners on first and second. One goodbye, it's gone. And Olerud puts his team up a bunch. He put a punishing hit on that ball.
Oh, he just waited. That's perfect timing, Tim. He waited, then he pulled the trigger and hit a bullseye.
Jimmy, you called that one. You told me before the game he was going to hit one. How'd you know?
Oh, it's like going to the track. You know, you see the ponies, they're trotting, the little jockeys. You like them. You know, you just say in your gut, I like him.
Well, your gut told you right, Jimmy. He could have hit that ball out in a hurricane. Martinez, 1 for 1 this game. A 2-run home run his last time up.
Hey, sit down in front.
Park winds up. Line foul. Line shot to second, and he puts it away. Two outs, nobody on base. Drives one, foul. Park, and here's the windup. Sends up a drive to right field. Cirillo rounding first. And Cirillo has a double. Cirillo heads for third. And he's safe at third base. And Cirillo scores to widen the lead. There are 2 outs. The base is empty. Wilson digs in. And he holds up on the pitch in close, and he would not bite at that offering. Park winds up. Hit hard to the pitcher. Look out. And Park pulls it in to end the frame. Going to the bottom of the third, Seattle leads by 7. Tonight at 10 on Newsbreakers, we uncover sexy secrets of the stars. You'll be shocked to see what we found. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. And he lifts this one to right field. He makes the grab.
Oh, I thought he was going to drop it for a second.
Number 6, Doug Glenville.
The pitch. Glanville takes a strike, 0-1.
He smelled something rotten on that pitch, Tim. I'll tell you, he didn't like the smell of that.
Hit hard over the shortstop, and he pulls it down. 2 outs, nobody on base. Young stares down the pitcher.
Hey, you better get your head down in front.
Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count.
That's embarrassing.
Good eye there on the pitch outside. Good control there as he lays off a pitch out of the zone. Releases, and he ropes one over the second baseman's head. And Cameron catches it for the final out. And that ends the inning. With 3 innings in the books, Seattle leads by 7. Tonight on Practical Reality and Mishaps, TV funnyman Ed Walston mistakenly jokes with his waiter. And here comes the batter to lead things off this inning. Guillen steps in. Hit sharply into left field. Guillen rounds first. Rounding second. Fires to third. He is safe. No outs, man on third. Ichiro steps in. Hit hard right back to the pitcher. And he's out at first base. And he dropped the ball. Just 1 out and a runner at third base. Wynn looking for a good pitch. Got under that one to left field. 1 run is in. And Wynn has himself a single. One out, man on first. Oh, fooled him on that one. You know, often a hitch in your swing, Jimmy, can be traced to dehydration as a result of too much bacon in your diet. Maybe you ought to give tofu a try.
Yeah, that's dumpster sludge tofu. That is terrible.
He really fooled him on that pitch. Jan, now the windup. And he'll grab some bench with that strikeout.
You know, even the best players in the league strike out like 500,000 times. And
2 outs, 1 on. Hit right back to the pitcher. Fires to second, in time. And Cameron has himself a base hit. And so in the middle of the 4th, the Mariners lead by 8. Tonight on Newsbreakers, why Johnny can't read. Maybe it's because Johnny's teacher doesn't know Jack. Are your kids' teachers qualified to teach? What we found out will disturb you. And here's the batter to lead things off. Pitch on the way. And that was just a ridiculous, old-fashioned, filthy, down and dirty, fall off the table, nasty curveball.
Okay, Tim.
Everett takes a called strike, 0-2. Notice how he holds his hands right up next to his ears, Jimmy? He should bring them down a little closer to his body.
You ever eat pig ears, Tim?
Not that I know of, Jimmy. Line smash to the shortstop. And Everett is on first with a single. Rodriguez, and he is 1 for 1 today. Singled last time up, stands in. Takes off. Sends up a drive right center. Ichiro fields this one on the bounce. Safe at first. And Rodriguez has himself a single. No outs, men on first and second. And that's line foul. Hit hard into left field. Wynn picks it up off the bounce. Fires to first, and Palmeiro is on with a single. No outs with the bases loaded. Gonzalez gets ready. The pitch, and he wasn't fooled by that pitch out of the zone.
This kid knows how to wait for his pitch.
And here comes the runner from third. Chopper to the hole. 1 run is in. Out at first. Only 1 out here, and they've got runners at second and third. The pickoff to third, and he didn't get him. Drives that one to center field. And Cameron pulls it down. And the ball is knocked loose. He is out of there. And they turn the double play.
How about this infield? Man, you gotta love that defense.
As we go to the 5th inning, Seattle leads by 7. Tonight on an all-new Buddies, Brock McCoy, star of The Weather Guy, guest stars in a very special episode of Buddies. You won't want to miss it. It's sure to be action-packed. Olerud, 1 for 2 thus far. He had a 3-run shot earlier. Looking for a pitch he can drive. Olerud takes a cold strike.
Oh, come on, swing. Can I just dump coffee on my lap?
Olerud takes a strike. The count is 0-2.
Okay, good eye. That's the way to work it.
Sends a blast left center. And Olerud has himself a base hit. No outs, men on first. Martinez stands in. Line foul. Zimmerman, the windup. Got under that one to right center. Everett fields it on the bounce. And he is safe at first. And Martinez reaches base safely. No outs, runners on first and second. That pitch was evil incarnate.
This guy's just throwing everything with the kitchen sink in it to this guy.
Line smash into left field. This ball is going to be trouble. Olerud rounds third. Guns it to third. 1 run is across. And Cirillo is on second with a double. No outs, men on second and third. Wilson digs in. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
He really scorched that one there.
Couldn't hold up, now he's in the hole 0-2.
Well, he's gopher hunting there. You ever hunt gophers, Tim? It's fun.
Hit hard, first base. And he puts it away.
Bada bing boom ba double play there, baby.
Guillen, 1 for 2 to this point, and he tripled last time up. The pickoff to second, and he's back safely. And he looks at the pitch off the plate.
A little patience goes a long ways. Let's see if he gets a pitch to hit here.
Zimmerman with the windup. Oh, fooled him on that one.
He had to go upstairs to swing at that one.
And he got caught looking. And he got caught looking there. After that half inning of play, Seattle leads by 8. And tonight, following the game, on Crime Scene Witness Stories. An eyewitness tells the story of witnessing a witness disappearance in a witness relocation program gone bad. It's sure to excite you. That guy, 0 for 1 thus far, flied out his last at bat. Steps into the batter's box. Hey, Peanut! And there's that slider. Boy, that's a great pitch.
He swung big on that one, came up with absolutely nothing.
Moyer winds up. Hit on the line over the first baseman. That guy rounding first. Rounding second. The play at third. And that guy winds up at second with a double. No outs, man on second. Diaz gets ready. Gets under it, right field. And Ichiro puts it away. 1 out with a runner on second. Glanville steps in. Hit sharply, but foul. He's running. The play at third, and he is tagged out. Hit in the air to center field, and he'll make the play. After the bottom half of the inning, Seattle leads by 8. And coming up after the game, a very special episode of My Old Man's a Dork. Corey's stinging one-liners and wisecracks go a step too far. This gripping episode will disturb you. Discretion is advised. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. And that's lined over the first baseman. Line foul. Oh, how did he catch that one? One out, nobody on base. Hit in the air to left. Gets under it to left field. Wynn rounding first. The throw to second. He's in there safely, and the ball pops loose. One out, and they've got a man on second. Hit in the air to right center with the leaping grab. Out at second, and they turn the double play.
Man, I'd like to see more triple plays. They should work on that more. That wasn't a bad double play.
With the bottom of the inning coming up, the Mariners lead by 8. Stay tuned for From Left Field immediately following the game. Then it's the season premiere of that powerful new drama, Mason's River Crossing. And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning. Young takes a called strike. The count is 0-1. And he really got hung out to dry on that pitch. Well, there's nothing you can do about that as a batter except hope he doesn't decide to throw another one.
Yeah, I could have hit that. I mean, it looks a lot worse from up here in the booth, trust me.
I don't know, Jimmy. I don't think Hercules could have hit that one. And Boone pulls it in. One out. Bases are empty. Everett digs in. Got under that one into foul territory. Everett takes a cold strike. And this guy looks very stiff at the plate right now, Jimmy.
Yeah, he looks like one of those guys made out of wax at the museums. I hate the museums.
Yeah, you know, I read where it would take over 72,000 birthday candles to make one Babe Ruth. Isn't that something? The windup. Goes down swinging. Pitcher might have gotten inside his head on that one. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. And he scorches one over the first baseman's head. Rodriguez rounds first. And Rodriguez has a double. Palmero, a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Singled last time up. And that's lined over the third baseman. And Wynn puts it away to retire the side. And so at the end of the inning, Seattle.
Tim, I got an email from a fan. Tim, do you remember your first Halloween costume?
Yeah, I'll never forget it. First prize in kindergarten, I was Shirley Temple. And here's the batter to lead things off. Cameron steps in. And that's lined over the second baseman. Cameron heading for second. And Cameron pulls up at second with a double. Olerud, 2 for 3 thus far. A run-scoring single in his last attempt. Stares down the pitcher. Zimmerman, and here's the windup. Olerud takes a called strike. 0-1's the count.
You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him hit a baseball.
Got under that one to left field. Cameron heading for home. 1 run is in. Olerud rounding second. The play at third, and Olerud winds up at second with a double. No outs, runner at second. Martinez looking for a good pitch. Hit sharply over the shortstop. And Everett reels it in. Cirillo, 3 for 3 on the day. Doubled and came around in his last try. Gets ready. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
He chased that one well out of the strike zone.
Fly ball, right field. And Glanville makes the grab. Out at second. And that's a double play.
How about this infield? Man, you gotta love that defense.
With the bottom of the inning coming up, the Mariners lead by 9.
You know, I wonder how they played baseball before they had light. I mean, you're out in total darkness on a baseball run. That had to be dangerous.
And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. Gonzalez stands in. And he laces one over the shortstop. Win, and he comes up empty. Gonzalez rounds first. The throw to second. He is safe. No outs, man on second. Perry takes a cold strike. And that's like the one that got away on a fishing trip. That was a keeper. Good pitch. Big swing and a miss. His timing seems to be off, Jimmy.
A day late, dollar short, which reminds me, you gotta pay me back, because I bought pork rinds for you yesterday, Tim. Thief.
There's a shot into right center, and Cameron pulls it down. That guy, 1 for 2 thus far. Doubled last time up. 1 out, and they've got a man on second. Drives one to right field. Ichiro, and he can't get to it in time. 1 run is across, and that guy reaches base safely. Diaz, 0 for 2 on the day. Flied out his last at bat. 1 out, a man on base. The throw to first, and he's safe. And the runner goes. The play at second. Got him. Moyer, now the windup. And that was just an embarrassing swing right there.
Let that be a lesson to you youngsters. Don't embarrass yourself.
Delivers. Gets under at center field. And that should do it. The Mariners. And that's it for us, folks. Tim Kitzrow for Jim Short saying, hope to see you back next time. Come away with the victory.